You're watching Inside Automotive with Shyann Malone.
Hi everyone, I'm Shyann Malone. Finding top talent for your dealership in today's world of automotive does start from the very beginning. It's in the hiring process. Joining us now to share more about the innovative approaches to recruiting top talent, the director of the Talent Engagement Center for Hoffman Auto Group herself, Gloria Purdy. Gloria, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me on. This is a very exciting topic.
It is, because not only are dealers, challenged with finding top talent, it's also about retaining them. What's working at Hoffman for you?
For us, the one thing that is a part of our strategy and what we like to do is we like to listen to the internal customer. Recently, we rolled out our first engagement survey. Excitingly, I'm happy to say that we received 96% participation, and taking that information and making change internally to create the culture that makes everyone want to come to work every day and continue the legacy of the Hoffman Auto Group is really important to us. So I think one of our major strategies is listening to our employees' voice and understanding what they really are looking for, because that always changes over the years.
And how do you pool that, right? When you get them to discuss things that they want, back in the day, I feel like it's sometimes almost taboo to speak your mind, right? But are you finding people are a little bit more open in today's day and age?
I think there's a combination. So we definitely took that into account when we rolled out the engagement survey, the fact that we wanted people to feel safe and comfortable being very transparent and honest. And we did a partnership with a third party so that individuals understood that it wasn't Gloria behind the computer, checking in to see who's saying what. It was really geared towards getting an overview of our employees' voice to make the right changes. This is actually an additional step in our process and our strategy of listening to our internal customers' voice. In the past, when COVID hit, we actually introduced a confidential suggestion box to all of our employees, where individuals could put in suggestions where they could, share who they were so we could communicate with them directly, or they could leave their name off so that it could be confidential. I think that step on top of our culture really helped people feel confident that they could share what they truly thought, and knowing that the Hoffman family was very passionate about hearing the truth, not a bunch of bobbleheads, right? Like, we want the truth so that we can make the right changes for everybody.
And can you think of any examples of how you were able to utilize this information and then make a change at Hoffman?
Absolutely. If we go back to the years of utilizing the suggestion box, something that came forward was the hours for our employees, working bell to bell, that thought process, maybe a old school mentality or shift needed to happen. And the Hoffman family got a significant amount of suggestions on what that could look like and how we can serve our customers better at the same time. And so they did make changes to the hours for our employees. So that would be an example of listening to the internal customer and making a change.
Absolutely. It's got a big impact, especially when people are trying to balance everything. Talk to me about channels that are driving really the most applicants and hires that you guys are utilizing.
I think, we do utilize many different tools to attract talent. I will say there's no secret sauce per se, or a special ingredient that you could just flip a light switch and find an elite level talent pool. But what we're trying to do is communicate through our social media about the individuals that we're looking for and our company culture, so that we effectively attract the talent that we want within our extended Hoffman family. In our industry and in our specific region, it is well known that, the Hoffman Auto Group is at an elite level. And so we want people to come into our family that represent that. And when we're communicating through our social media channels to the marketplace, and letting people know, what that looks like, they're also able to realize that that might be what they're looking for too.
And when you're looking to appeal to, let's say, Gen Z, right? That's a whole different group. Anything you're doing different? You mentioned social media. Is that part of it?
Would definitely say social media is a part of it. I also think that it's really important. We're very focused on the fact that each individual has their own needs or experience. Mm-hmm. And so during the pre-screening process, during the interview process, we want to hear from them what is important, because if it were as simple as doing a broad brushstroke decision every single time, I think everybody would be doing it and we wouldn't necessarily face some of the challenges in our industry that we are, but we're trying to be very specific with the experience that happens for our candidates and understand what means success and the right, environment for them individually.
Overall, obviously, you cover several different departments at Hoffman. What are some of the things that motivate people nowadays?
I mean, from our company perspective,
Yeah,
a lot of our team members.
Yeah, is it more so money, benefits, hours, a little bit of everything?
I think it's a little bit of everything. Obviously, individuals aren't volunteering when they come to work.
Sure.
So compensation is very important. I do think that what we're seeing more and more is that culture aspect, the environment that they're working in, being transparent with individuals about what expectations are, what success looks like. That's what we've really found to be successful across our company.
And when it comes to the sales department specifically, are you finding, obviously we've seen a lot of evolution, right, in sales in general, especially automotive. Are you finding salespeople, they're looking to go in different areas, or are they sticking it out?
For our group, actually, on the front end of the business, and I most certainly don't want to jinx it, but in the front end of our business, the sales departments do have lower than industry standard turnover. And I think that that's part of also the initiatives related to investing in our people. So as we know, industry inventory, all of the changes that we've experienced also have changed the way that sales individuals are creating an elite level customer experience across our company. And we want to make sure that we're investing in their knowledge, their development, their training, and their skill set continually. And so like a part of our strategy is to continue to invest in them. And it's really paid off because we are seeing the retention levels higher than industry standards. And our company culture as a whole is really growing to mirror the Hoffman Wheels culture that we continually talk about day in and day out.
And yes, you guys launched a new Hoffman Auto Internal Technician Training Program. Tell us about that.
So again, back to, I know I'm like beating the drum here, but listening to our internal customers, technicians out in the marketplace, there is high demand and low supply. And over the years, we have learned that the best solution is to, work internally on our training and development. So we launched an internal technical training department. This is a dedicated technical training team for our technicians beyond manufacturer training. And it does consist of multiple levels. So it impacts entry-level technicians who are coming from maybe trade schools or are interested in the industry as a whole, all the way up to our master level technicians that are, training for their ASE certifications, et cetera. So it is a dedicated department specific to that. It's not just having your senior master techs mentor individuals. It is a team of people focused on training our fixed ops team.
Sounds like an incredible resource for sure. Any final thoughts you want to share, Gloria?
Say that I'm really excited to be in the automotive industry. This is the only role that I have had. In my past, I have been in manufacturing. So I think it's really important for individuals out in the marketplace to know that working at a company such as Hoffman Auto Group is definitely a place where you can achieve great success. And it is not your stereotype industry that a lot of individuals might place on it.
What do you like best about what you do?
This is going to sound silly, but I really love my team. I love who I work with day in and day out. I find it very exciting and challenging to be able to work in our industry where there is structure enough to expand and grow, which is the goal of the Hoffman family, but also not too much corporate structure that you have to get through a bunch of red tape to make change and create excitement and a really great culture. And so I think, working with a team that is really passionate about that is what I like best.
Yeah, I love that. I think at the end of the day, you spend so much time and so much, so many hours with these people and your team that you want to make sure that, you have a good team in place and you like each other, really.
Exactly. You want to be able to like who you're working around.
Yes. Back to the basics. Gloria Purdy, Director of the Talent Engagement Center for Hoffman Auto Group. Thanks so much for your expertise today.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
And thank all of you for joining us on Inside Automotive. And don't forget, you can always access all of our CBT News in-depth interviews and original shows on Roku and Apple TV.
Thanks for watching Inside Automotive with Shyann Malone.